Let's talk about the biggest story in sports right now, and that is that Roki Sasaki is going to be posted by the Chiba Mariners. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm sorry if I butchered that. He is probably the biggest international pitching prospect since Shohei Ohtani. So this is really, really exciting news. Roki Sasaki is only 23 years old. He was absolutely incredible in the World Baseball Classic, and people are really, really excited about him coming to Major League Baseball. There's a few things, though, a few issues that people maybe won't be excited about, and the number one issue, or maybe the only issue, is that the Dodgers are supposedly the favorites to get him. And worse, the Dodgers have the most money in the international pool to get him. But we're going to go over a few of these things because there's a lot of conflicting reports about this. Roki is definitely one of the most highly touted prospects that we've seen in a really, really long time in the International League, obviously besides Shohei. And what does it mean that he's coming? Well, the thing is that Roki is 23 years old. So he's subject to international bonus pool money restrictions. Since he's under the age of 25 and he has less than 6 seasons of service time in a foreign league recognized by MLB, he's not going to have this crazy Yamamoto type of deal. He's going to be more like when Shohei came over and he received only a $2.3 million bonus from the Angels. Roki is very young, and the other thing about Roki is that because he doesn't have 6 seasons of service time, he's also going to be subjected to a minor league deal. So he's not going to be able to be on an MLB team right away. Apparently, all 30 teams believe that Roki's signing with the Dodgers. And there's a couple reasons for that. Obviously, Yamamoto, Shohei, they're both on the Dodgers, so that's a big time attraction to Roki. He's friends with them, he knows them, and he wants to follow in their footsteps. He wants to play with them. And also the Dodgers, well, the Dodgers happen to have the most money in the international signing pool. They have about 2.5 million left, according to Mark Bartlett. The only thing is there's a lot of conflicting reports on this. So somebody on Reddit had posted a chart. I don't have that chart pulled up right now, but they said that the Dodgers had about 3.5 million in bonus money, but some of the numbers were off. And that's why I didn't pull up the chart, because we know that at the bottom of the list was the Yankees, and we know that the Yankees have traded for some international pool money. The Yankees are close to the Dodgers in the amount of money that they have, but in reality, the Dodgers have the biggest pool still. They have the biggest pool of money. They have Shohei, they have Yamamoto, they have Roki's friends. So it's widely believed that Roki is going to end up going to the Dodgers, and that is very upsetting, obviously. The Dodgers, undoubtedly the best team in the league. They just won the World Series like a week and a half ago. And they weren't even really at full strength. One of their biggest weaknesses was their starting pitching, and Roki is only going to make that way better. We know he has to start in the minors, but I don't really know exactly how that's going to work, because even if he starts in the minors and he's only there for like a month, can't they just call him up right away if he's that good? I don't know. But it is concerning. It does suck for the parity of the league if the Dodgers get Roki, and it just sucks in general if you're a fan of anybody but the Dodgers. But if you're a Dodgers fan, unbelievable news. Roki Sasaki is looking really, really good, and Shohei's coming back to pitching next year. So imagine a starting pitching staff of Shohei, Yamamoto, Roki, and Buehler. I guess they would have to re-sign Walker Buehler. I don't know if they will. I feel like they probably would. Who knows what they do? Look at the dog. This guy just plopped down there. The Dodgers are going to have an insane rotation, which was their biggest problem this season, was having healthy starting pitching. So if Shohei, Yamamoto, Roki stay healthy, Who the hell cares who else their pitchers are? They could have 2 other pitchers that are going to be reasonable. They might re-sign Jack Flaherty. Who knows? There's also rumors that the Dodgers are all in on the Juan Soto sweepstakes. I don't know if I believe that. I feel like they're just trying to drive the price up for the Yankees or the Mets or the whoever else is involved in the idea of getting Soto. There's been so many teams reported as wanting to get their hand in the Soto sweepstakes. Roki is amazing, and if the Dodgers get him, that's gonna really be tough. But what if it's not a guarantee that the Dodgers get him? So there's some other things that are coming out. This is not necessarily any news, but I think it's an interesting point. In a statement released by the Marines, Roki Sasaki says he wants to be the best player in the world. What does that mean for the Dodgers' chances of landing him? If he wants to be the best, doesn't he have to beat Ohtani rather than just join him? I think like in an ideal world, that is maybe the situation. Yeah, if you want to be the best player in the world, you don't really want to join the other best player in the world. You don't want to join the guy that is clearly the best player in the world, Ohtani, right? But Roki's literal friends with him. Like Ohtani's kind of a mentor to Roki. So I don't really know if this is realistic. Like, why couldn't he play with Shohei for a couple years and then go to a different team? Just because he goes to the Dodgers for a couple years doesn't mean he has to stay there for his entire career. He's 23 years old. He can go play with his friend and then he can go play on a different team and say, hey, I want to be better than Ohtani. Or maybe playing on the same team as Ohtani ends up making him sort of, giving him an opportunity to outshine Ohtani. Who knows? Who really knows? I think this is a sort of cutesy way of people kind of coping, saying something like this. I think that's a little copium. I really don't think that that's going to make a difference. That statement says anything about Roki, whether or not he's going to the Dodgers or not. But this might. It remains unknown when Roki Sasaki will be posted and whether he'll be in the international class of 2024 or 2025. If he's not in the class of 2024, the Dodgers won't have the most money anymore. In 2025, I believe that it'll just sort of even out and everybody will kind of have the same amount of money. If I understand correctly, I might be wrong. I believe everybody starts with 4.5 million and they're able to spend it however they want. So anybody can just spend all 4.5 million on Roki. That's where things start to be a little more competitive and the Dodgers still might end up with him. I just get the feeling, I just get the thought that ultimately the Dodgers are going to end up with him because they have Yamamoto, because they have Shohei, because he was teammates with them in the World Baseball Classic, because Roki has looked up to both of those guys and he considers them friends. So it's hard to believe that that's not the case. But who knows, when the money is even, if it's in 2025, if everything works out, you never know. And if you look through this Jeff Passan post where he said that it remains unknown whether or not he'll be in the 2024-2025 class, he talks about that Sasaki is also close with Yu Darvish, who's on the San Diego Padres. So that could also be a potential landing spot. He also apparently at some point said that he would be interested in playing in New York. But I feel like that's always a report. I feel like every time you hear things like this, everybody's always like, oh yeah, I'm interested in playing in New York. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the big city, blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't always work out. We've seen that with the Knicks a million times. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about the Roki Sasaki situation. I thought it was really important. And I also think it's really sad if it does end up being the Dodgers that win out on Roki. But it happens. Here's the thing. I respect the Dodgers organization and management for being able to do all the things that they are doing. I feel like back in the 90s, this is what the Yankees did. And they were able to put things together and they were able to have good coaching staffs and pay players and do whatever they wanted to do to field the most competitive teams. And that's what we're seeing with the Dodgers now. And I really, really respect that. As a fan of the Yankees, as a fan of baseball, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Okay. I hate that the Dodgers doing this. I hate that the Dodgers are going to be so dominant, that they've been so dominant for like a decade. I know they only won 2 World Series, but they're always there, and they got cheated out of a couple of them. So whatever. The Dodgers, respect to the organization. I'm happy for the fans. For everybody else, fuck them. Yeah. Fuck the Dodgers. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 500 subs by the end of the year. 99% of you are not subbed. So check below, see if you're subbed. And if you aren't, then just click the button, man. It would help out the channel a lot. It would really mean the world to me. I'm trying to put out videos every single day if I can. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for watching.